we've been doing things wrong for so long now. It starts to feel like okay after a while, you know? Like that's how it ought to be. There's a Greek word for that. My teacher taught it to me.
I didn't even know what he was doing at first. I mean, okay, I did, but I was like 13 at the observation tank, right, where they have the sharks. Because I love the water, I always have.
So, my teacher said I could stay and watch. We'd catch up with the other kids later. And I was keeping my eye on this one big hammerhead. And suddenly, I feel this weight up against me. My teacher is pushing me forward with his body, up onto the observation deck, and I can't move. He never said anything while it was happening. And all I can see, I can't turn around the way he's got me held there.
All I can see is this shark. Fuck, that was scary.
This is Friday. My dad doesn't show to pick me up at school after the field trip. Finally, he says, my teacher, he'd run me home if I liked that. In the car, like it was yesterday. I recall he had some woman singing on the tape player, so softly and painfully. I remember because I had to ask him who it was.
I really don't want to elaborate too much on that. Well, you know. We started seeing each other, and I know what you're thinking. That it was my own fault, or he was some type A molester or something. I'm sorry.
I found out about the baby, that I was pregnant, late April, 23rd, I guess. I found out and I went straight to his place. He seemed, and this caught me by surprise because I didn't know what he'd think, but he was all excited. He said he loved children and he could think of nothing better.
I just need some water.
When I found out he left his position at the school, I was at the general office during the summer, and the secretary there said, "Oh, I heard about your arts and sciences teacher. We're sure sorry to lose him, aren't we?" I didn't hear much else. I didn't. She said, "Well, I guess they need good teachers in Phoenix as much as they do anywhere." But I didn't ask for an address or anything. I didn't. Because I was standing there in that office, and this woman in front of me talking on like I was her godchild. And all I could make out was the howl of the cosmos.
Anyways, Billy, that's my son, Billy, was born a beautiful boy. And I did finally get in contact with his father. He sent him a couple letters and he wrote back right away. And he started to have this sort of relationship with Billy through the postal box. Got to know his son that way. And the rest you know. And on his 14th birthday, Billy and me rented a car and we drove to meet his father. We planned that, the two of us, by letter, and we agreed it'd be just this one time.
He was, you know, married. by this time. So it'd be just this once in a motel room. We met at the room. He was there, as promised. And it was this big moment for Billy. He's all excited. And we even hugged. And it was in that moment that he leaned in and he kissed my cheek. And I don't know, maybe it was the light, but there was something there. Something in his eye. He loved his boy. And all that shit he said to me years ago, it was true about kids. He loved him. Adakia. That's the word. You know, that's it. The world out of balance. I knew it'd come to me if I waited long enough.
And I worry about what's going to happen. I mean, to me and all. I do. But I'll tell you. I'll tell you what gets me through today. And the next hour, it's him. I can almost see him there, you know? I can. Down there in Phoenix. Probably wandering around on some playground at school. A Saturday. Inconsolable, right? The truth just spilled out now like it is. Yelling at the sky. Just these torrents of tears and screaming at the top of his lungs and calling out to the universe, why, over and over.
But you know what? In my fantasy, there's never an answer. There never is.
Nah, they're locked out.